This is Dodging Death with Stephen Williams Jr. and Ryan Paton.
Oh, yeah, it's quite a squeaky chair, that as well. So
If I hit the mic, will it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, God's sake.
like Freddie Mercury over there wafting the mic around. Anyway, hello, fellas.
Hello, Stephen.
Well, a few things. First of all, back in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not back for me.
Not back for you. Welcome back to the show, though, Paul.
I wasn't invited last time, so...
Oh, no.
You were aware you were doing something better.
Well,
I know. That's why I hesitated before saying that. I realised.
That's a bad review of our own show, that, Ryan.
it was...
I don't know what you came back for.
I was doing something much better, so...
Well, how did the trip go?
It was good. Very
Yeah.
good. Very relaxing.
Oh, okay. What a holiday.
Yeah.
Well, perfect.
Yeah, and what do you think of the studio?
It is nice. It's...
It almost feels official, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely an upgrade from Ryan's conservatory.
It's definitely an upgrade.
Yeah, we say that, but are we going to reveal what Steve's currently sitting on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are only two chairs in here, so I'm perched on a desk
I didn't know if you wanted to keep the illusion of
of the professionalism.
Yeah.
No.
Professionality, I was going to go for as the word there.
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
That's not a word, is it?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
It's much less Wayne's World now, isn't it? What it
Do
is?
you know what? I don't like the way I'm like looking up at you. It's a bit concerning.
It's a bit of a power move from
Yeah,
me, isn't
yeah,
it?
it
Looking
is.
down.
Simon
I
Cowell.
realised what this whole thing's about.
What's his record label?
Psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Psycho, yeah. And also, Paul, you've got a mic this
I
time.
have. I feel like I've definitely upgraded
Oh,
from
yeah.
having to shout into your one.
Although, I do think it's a great shame I can't be Robbie Williams anymore. You know, even though you've got your own mic, I'm going to hold mine out.
And that you're on like some sort of mini stage as well at the moment.
Well, that's true, yeah. But I like to think of that at all times. I just walk around with a little box and, you know, shout at people like a madman in the street. No, it's very exciting to be here. We're going to try this feature again. That feature was very well received. Oh, I'll tell you what else is annoyingly well received. I don't know if you saw it, Paul. I uploaded one of Ryan's photos to the Instagram page.
Oh, not the camera.
Yeah.
Please, not the camera.
The Huawei P20 Pro.
So he's been banging on about this camera, so I said I'll upload the photo of a muffin to see how it goes.
See, like he's undermining it just of a muffin, as though there was much else to it.
Well, you know, you talk about how well framed the photo was and everything. So I uploaded it.
Yep.
You know, a few hashtags. I thought I'll give him a bit of a go. It got, Paul, 293 likes.
Compared to what else on the uploads? What are we?
Well,
Because the other one's got like 1,000.
No, I mean, I'd rather we didn't compare it.
Oh.
I also did notice though that you put it on the Dodge and Death page, but you refrained from putting it on your own personal Instagram page, and I was going to actually investigate why is the case.
You know, just because I didn't want people to credit me for your photo, Ryan.
Oh, okay, I'll take that. That's well spun.
Thank you.
Blatant lie.
Yeah.
Alistair Campbell over here. I'm the muffin spin doctor. Yes, 290 was 93 likes.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
I
I
was.
was impressed with my tweet that time when I was telling you.
Did
about
you do a tweet that went viral?
I don't. Yeah, I'll get it up.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't going to
impressions.
What?
I did. I'll tell you exactly how many now. It was football related.
Oh, okay. So I feel like I'm not going to understand this tweet.
No, and it was.
Or was it quite a controversial tweet?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't really controversial. It was moaning at people that boo at the match.
Okay.
Was what
I feel
took
like that's
issue with.
often your
Gripe.
Your tweet content. It's quite
Oh.
provocative.
Okay, so I tweeted after an Everton game for a bit of background. Today was awful, but if you're booing after a new manager's first 5 games when we are unbeaten and have 7 or 13 players unavailable, you're honestly more of a hindrance and would be better off at home. Hashtag an expletive. I don't know if I can say it or not.
Oh, you can say it.
Wankers.
Oh, I don't know it was going to be that one.
So that got
When's this room finished? I'm done.
like 50,000 interactions. May have been a slight exaggeration.
Yeah.
I got 82 retweets.
Yeah.
And 679 likes.
Oh, you know what? That is good.
Yeah.
Well,
When you
that's
said
good
80 retweets, I thought it was going to be completely underwhelming. I suppose 679 likes is quite good.
52,253 impressions.
You know what? That is actually quite impressive.
And 1,611 engagements.
I'm not overly sure what an impression is.
Either am I.
It's just a
just
large
look
number.
good.
It's just that will have appeared in 52,000 people's
It's exactly
Twitter
that.
feeds.
Yeah. So, not our most entertaining content, this, but it's just accurate. So you don't like when people like boo specifically. You want them to get involved, but not boo.
Yeah, I just think
Is that like the football equivalent of heckling?
Yeah, probably
So
not as bad because it's not as personal.
Well, yeah. My dad, when he was younger, what's wrong with this?
Your dad's stories never end well.
He went on from what I can remember, a double date. He went with his brother, so they took two girls out to the theatre.
Very romantic.
Very
Yeah,
romantic.
very.
The issue was, he got rat-assed before it.
Oh,
I feel like your Scouse accent came back slightly then.
Well, I channeled you too when I said it. So, got really drunk to go and went to see Of Mice and Men with these two girls. So at the very end, spoiler alert,
Lenny dies.
and who's the other one?
George.
So George is stood there with a shotgun behind Lenny, and my dad in the theatre shouted, "He's behind you!" Which I just think is the best heckle there has ever been.
I thought we should have done when Miss Griffiths read the twos in English. In Year 11.
Now, I don't know if you read this, but Liverpool, we're in the city today, has dangerous levels of smog.
Yeah, which I thought, because we actually spoke on the last one about surgical masks, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I've not heard this story at all.
Yeah, so Liverpool has apparently got dangerous levels of smog at the moment.
Oh.
So, no way, it looked quite misty.
Yeah.
That's not just fog, it's smog.
Was it not just raining?
No, it's
The weather was terrible today.
It's pollution.
Oh.
It's it's signs of climate change.
Oh, it is?
Global warming, yes.
Yeah.
The weather the last couple of days. The smog.
I know.
Not the fog.
Yeah, well, so we also spoke about, on my flight back recently, I wore a surgical mask.
Why?
To
Where
prevent
was you coming back from?
illnesses, Paul. I don't want, airborne diseases.
Yeah, I also was...
Ryan wasn't thrilled.
No. You actually, you see a lot of
the
Chinese people in Beijing.
Well, and you said in Beijing. It's because,
in Beijing, the pollution levels are terrible.
because of the smog.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll show you the photo as well, Paul.
Oh, God, Steve, you look like a dentist.
You do.
Oh, now you've said it, I do look like a dentist.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, dentist chic is very 2019. So, but
We upload that picture, by the way.
Yeah, that will be on the @Dodging Death podcast Instagram.
It won't get as many likes as the cinnamon muffin, I can guarantee. And not high resolution enough, I don't think.
it will. Yeah, so maybe I should incorporate that into my real life now because of the smog.
No.
No?
No.
Would you no longer want to be on the show, Paul, if that was...
I wouldn't want to know yet.
It'd be quite hard for you to do the podcast with a surgical mask over your head,
it
wouldn't
would. It'd be very Bane, wouldn't it?
Oh, I debated going into a Bane impression there, and I thought, absolutely not. It would be quite humiliating.
Well, I did do my Woody Allen last week.
I know.
So, off you go.
No, but I feel like that's hours of practice on the Woody Allen. I was about to just improvise a Bane.
If you could do this, you could maybe do the voiceover.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because we should tell the listener.
Very, very sad news.
Yeah, terrible news.
He's not dead.
Well,
He's ripping people off.
He's dead to us. He's as good as dead.
Yeah, our voiceover man who does the intro to the show and there's like round one. Oh dear.
Yeah, that was just your voice.
That was my voice. Round one.
Oh,
that's better.
Is it you?
I don't think we could have got away with that without even telling anyone.
Yeah, he has unfortunately doubled his prices. So
You can't afford him and a studio.
yeah, it's one or the other. We're either going to record this in a bin like Top Cat or lose our voiceover man. So either, if there is a listener out there who's quite good with voices, can do it.
I thought you were going to ask the listeners for money then to pay for it.
Oh,
I was going to say, me and Ryan don't even contribute.
yeah, this is exclusively my funds. This, isn't it?
We're going to crowdfund the voiceover man.
No, I was going to say, if anyone has a nice voice out there.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. Or maybe I should just find a cheaper voiceover man.
Yeah. I don't want them to be terrible, though.
Yeah, we've really set a standard with that.
Yeah.
And you know what? He knows it.
Yeah, he knows his worth.
Yeah, he's listened to the show and gone, there is not a more perfect voice for dodging death.
Yeah, maybe if we get someone that's like that high-pitched voice. It's
it's not going to be the
it's
same.
It's not going to set the same tone, is it?
No.
Especially with the image of like the skeleton, if it's like a very... like someone's has helium. Again, I went to do a helium voice then, and I completely passed out.
I feel like being in a voiceover studio has changed.
I know, I'm feeling the pressure, and it's making me a coward out of doing it.
Can we get one impression? Do a hint of Bane. Oh, okay, let's hear it.
Can we edit it out of?
No.
Well, it's quite like deep, isn't it? It's like it's from the back of the throat.
But yeah, it is. It's pushed back, but it's still quite high.
I can't imagine it.
I feel like you sound a bit like Bane anyway.
I don't quite know what to make of that.
Oh, it's not meant as a compliment. Take control of your city.
You know what? I'm not going to say that was terrible.
Batman.
Oh, now you've lost it.
You gave me confidence there. Completely just built me up to knock me down. I was going to do the rest of the show as Bane. Convince people Tom Hardy was our guest.
Yeah, so maybe working a bit more. Perhaps every week we can see the progress of the impression.
I feel The Dark Knight Rises was a long time ago now, though. It should be a bit more topical, shouldn't it?
Oh, well, that's true. You say that. Woody Allen was the impression of last week.
But I suppose the joke was how that's no longer doable.
No longer doable, but still current. I was... last night I was walking through town and there was these two buskers, actually they're about our age, both playing the guitar and singing, and were excellent, like really good. Yeah, and they were playing this song that was great. I'd never heard it. Really good song. So I wanted to know what the song was. But I didn't want to engage with the buskers.
You didn't Shazam, did you?
I tried to Shazam.
Oh, God.
Does Shazam work on buskers?
Well, I imagine now I'm loitering around these two lads.
While the bar loads.
Yeah, yeah, phone aloft. And yeah, Shazam had no clue.
No.
But I thought the only real way, I've got to go and speak to them. So I kind of went over, I stopped them before the next song.
That was very bold.
It was a good song, though.
Yeah.
So I went over. I said, I said, great song, great voices, fellas. What have you just been singing? And annoyingly now, I can't remember what it was. I'll check my phone and tell you. But it was really good. And then I thought, once I got the information, I'm obliged now to give them some money.
Oh, yeah. Did they have like a CD that you could buy?
Oh, there was no CD.
My granddad bought the blind man that plays in town.
Oh, yeah.
My granddad bought his CD.
Did he?
And he only plays guitar, yeah.
Yeah. He played the hauntingly beautiful cover of The Winner Takes It All by ABBA the other day.
Now, although he says that in jest, he messaged me and told me.
I walked past him for, wow.
I went to a...
Now, you weren't impressed enough to buy the CD though, right?
Oh, no, I continued the walk.
The journey.
Yeah.
I gave these fellas £2.
Oh,
yeah.
That's generous.
That's generous. That's very
Is
generous.
it? I thought it was a bit stingy, but yeah, £1 each.
Yeah, that's stingy.
No, I think that's...
Oh, you can't get a busker much more
I think anything over £1 and above is more than good enough, yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I think they're expecting your silvers.
No.
They're expecting your 10s and your 20s.
I don't think so. I think if I was a busker, I'd be offended with a 10 or a 20. I'd want folding money. That's my sign would be folding money only, please.
I went to La Perilla yesterday and seen the...
La Perilla is
Mexican...
a Mexican restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, and this was Ryan's fact, so whether it's true or not, we have no idea.
Well, you're here to fact check these things, Paul.
And it is true.
Well, I'm going to fact check. I don't know how much it'll come up on Google.
Well, I can't imagine there's a huge amount of information about local Mexican restaurant La Perilla on Google. But while you're Googling, Paul, are you going to tell us the fact?
Oh, no, well, Do you want to tell it, Ryan? Because you made it up.
I didn't make it.
I was concerned there was going to be some dead air as you were Googling there, Paul.
So there was a busker on Bold Street.
Yeah.
And he was like an acoustic guitarist. I
Okay.
suppose the majority of buskers are.
Oh, yeah.
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 And
Although, there is a saxophone player on Bold Street.
Mm-hmm.
And the sound from that really travels, doesn't it? If you're on the phone on Bold Street, it's like, oh, just give me a minute. I've got to speed by this guy.
I have a busker topic conversation, but I'll get to it in a minute.
Okay.
After the
But we're chatting about buskers.
I know, yeah, but I've got. There's another
secondary story.
Yeah,
Okay.
that I just needed to say to be reminded of. But there was a fella busker on Bold Street, and he was called Mehmet. And
He's got a name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how did
he's
you
got a
know
name.
his name?
Well, I only found out later on.
Okay.
But I didn't go up and approach him like what you did.
Well, you're saying it as if it's like a scandalous thing I did, but
I don't think it's scandalous, but
no, but as if it's out of the ordinary to chat to people.
how did you finish the conversation?
I gave him £2.
I feel I would have reached an awkward point where I was like, no.
No, it was you get out the phone, you jot down the note, thank you, drop £2 in the little case and off you pop.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So the busker on Bold Street was called Mehmet.
Yeah. Yeah.
and he was just your standard busker. But one time...
Don't put him down like that.
So he was like, he was an independent busker,
Okay.
as the majority of them are.
Yeah.
I didn't think
I
you
don't
worked
think
for a
there's
label.
One of the many buskers under contract.
He's a freelance busker.
You say that. So he was a freelance busker, as the majority of them are.
Yeah.
And then one time I'm walking down Bold Street.
Yeah. How did you know his name? It's important to make note of this.
I actually didn't know his name. There was an article about him in the Echo
okay.
one time for some reason.
Okay.
And also, my mum and my brother were one time in Bold Street Coffee.
Yeah.
And Mehmet performed for some reason
really?
in Bold Street Coffee.
Oh, that's a good gig for Mehmet.
Yeah, and he was selling his stuff after it, so then they knew his name was Mehmet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how I found out.
Yeah.
And
I feel like you've got such a deep relationship with this man who you know absolutely nothing about.
Apparently there was a lady at the Bold Street Coffee gig who was deeply moved by Mehmet's performance.
As you would be.
Yeah, which is why I think La Paria hired Mehmet, because the next time I was walking down Bold Street, I heard Mehmet's tunes being played from his guitar, but it was directly outside La Paria, and as I turned to look at him,
Yeah.
they'd put a poncho on him and it called him Next Met. Which I'm not sure is okay, but
Well-
but Mehmet is now under contract, which is why I said he was once a freelance independent busker, but now he's assigned to the La Paria label.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's okay, but he's doing it, so
He was fine with
He's
it.
endorsing.
He was
The thing-
plucking away at those strings, delighted.
The thing is, if this story isn't true, we could have like a massive like lawsuit coming our way.
True, yeah.
Oh, Paul, you get me into trouble.
Yeah, let's maybe, if everyone listening could forget the name of the restaurant. And
Vague Liverpool-based Mexican restaurants on Bold
may or may not be on Bold Street.
I think there might be two.
There's one on South Road, yeah.
There's one, yeah.
And it's not Uncle Sam's.
Oh, we've gone very regional with this chat now, haven't we? Incredibly
Our
northwest.
0.67% of Uruguayan listeners are going to be absolutely baffled.
We didn't tell you this, Paul. I was looking at the stats of the podcast. We're doing very well. And 0.67% of our listeners are in Uruguay.
Was that not you when you was on your last
Well,
Peruvian trip or in the South America region?
Oh, no.
I hope. I hope our stat isn't me.
Our one person is 0.67% of the listeners.
Can that person who
wouldn't think
listens
so.
maybe get in touch and,
Yeah.
and declare themselves?
Yeah. Declare sounded very...
That's very dramatic. Just say hello. Oh, I was going to say hola then, and thought, how partridge is that?
Oh, yeah, that's so partridge. Yeah, do get in touch with us either via @Dodging Death Podcast on Instagram. I'm just trying to see how many plugs of the Instagram page I can get into a single episode.
There's
here.
a fantastic picture of a cinnamon muffin.
Which annoyingly got many, many more likes than the photo of me that came before it.
You were outside of some landmark in Tahiti, was it?
No, it was in
Uruguay?
It was in Easter Island.
Oh,
Yeah, there's some famous heads in Easter Island.
Easter Island heads.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, did you know these?
Yeah, they're famous. Do you know them?
Let me have a look at
Yeah,
them.
Google it.
It's the tall, long heads.
Yeah. So I didn't know these were a thing.
You didn't know Easter Island heads?
No, I had absolutely no idea.
Have they tried to copy that on the way to like, I want to say Warrington, when you go down the motorway just past IKEA?
I'm
it?
not aware of
Do you
Easter
know what I'm
Island heads in
talking about,
Warrington. But
Let me have a look.
Yeah. So
It's similar.
Okay, well, the ship was docking in Easter Island, and I was on board, and I said, "Does anyone know what's here? What's with?" And literally everyone went, "The heads."
oh, that is madness that you didn't know what they are.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, that is more insanity of how you get to travel everywhere without actually taking any of it in.
Yeah, no, it's not in life. Not the same, is it?
Oh yeah, it is not.
Well, that is an actual statue.
It's actually quite terrifying. There.
That's just a head.
yeah. So yeah, you can either get in touch with us at Dodging Death Podcast on Instagram, or we should probably have like an email address. I'm going to say email podcast@dodgingdeathpodcast.com.
Oh.
That email address doesn't currently exist.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping by the time this is out, it does.
I don't know how much I think about the podcast at Dodging Death Podcast.
No,
Podcast repetition.
it is a bit.
What about info at Dodging Death Podcast?
I initially thought info, but then I thought it's a bit formal, isn't it? You know, it's like we're emailing the reception of a doctor's. Let's make it hello@dodgingdeathpodcast.com.
Yeah, or hi.
Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about hi.
Oh, you love a hi
You
as
say
well.
hi there. I start to say that on emails now.
Yeah, I do
yeah.
say that. Okay, again, we should probably have done this before we started recording. But email us. We can have feature ideas, what you want us to chat about, your thoughts. Or if you're from Uruguay, do let us know. It's hi@dodgingdeathpodcast.com. But on doctors, on the back of my neck, I've got a mole, which annoyingly, my barber always hits.
Oh.
Yeah. My barber also is on Fleet Street, I should tell you. So I thought I'm going to get this removed, just to make it easier for him, really. So I went to Groupon.
Oh.
Yeah, and I found somewhere that does like a discount mole removal. How do we feel about this?
Yeah, I feel it's dangerous.
I think it's a massive
also
gamble.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a gamble?
I also, I didn't realise Groupon was still much of a thing.
Still a thing?
Yeah. I feel
Oh, well,
I thought
that you went to Groupon.
I thought you got a cheap weekend in the lakes, not mole removal.
Well, are
from
you
it.
describing your previous weekend to us
No,
there?
that was not a Groupon bargain. That was just a standard.
Just in case your other half is listening, is that?
No, it was a luxury trip away.
5-star guest house.
Yeah, so I'm going to report back. It's the end of the week when this comes out.
If you are able to report back.
That's true. If you don't hear from me again, assume the worst.
Yeah, you did not dodge there.
This will not be continuing either because me and Ryan are paying for it.
Yeah, so if you don't hear from me again, email condolences at Dodging Death Podcast.
You met by a grieving me.
Yeah.
I feel like I mentioned that I was going to tell a busker story earlier.
Yes.
And now we've moved on.
Yeah, we
from
did.
that.
We did.
So I'm going to return to the busker story.
Okay.
There was a busker outside my work yesterday.
Yeah.
And so I work in like the business district in Liverpool.
Okay.
So it's very densely. Why are you looking like this for?
It's very upper class.
No, I'm trying to say. So it's like it's a working environment. It's all offices.
Yeah.
So there was the guy who just stood outside my building playing loudly across the whole street.
Yeah.
His own music.
Oh no.
Yeah, for like an hour and a half, just loud. So we listened to the radio in our office.
Yeah,
and it was coming over our radio.
Oh no,
we could hear this busker's own material. which you only want to hear a busker do the classics, don't you? You never want to hear the original stuff.
Yeah, you should have gone out with the £2 and gone, just play the hits. I mean, even if you go and see Elton John, you don't want the new stuff, do you?
No, you don't want the album tracks.
No.
It's the classics.
Oh yeah, I don't want to hear B-side.
And we were getting that from a busker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't believe he had so much material though.
Was he a good busker? Was he good or was he?
No, he was. He was really bad. Yeah, he was just wailing. Yeah.
Scathing.
I know. Yeah. Everyone got dead annoyed in our office.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I remember you telling me your office has all the windows open as well.
Yeah. Well, particularly because it's been quite
dangerous now with all that smog.
Oh yeah. We actually considered this today, but I hate it when the office gets too warm. So I was insistent on the windows.
You prayed around just bare chested. As something else weird I saw yesterday, not all the crazies came out yesterday, it seems. I was getting the train in Lime Street Station, and there was a lady there drinking out of a coconut. I mean, she literally had a coconut in hand with a straw poked in. Yeah.
Where did she think she was?
I think she thought she was in Puerto Rico. Forgetting she's in a smog-filled northwest of England. I took a photo on the sly, actually, so it's something of a Dutch angle.
Yeah, normally when you do that as well, it's always quite... you're never subtle with it.
No,
You always reveal what you're actually doing.
Well, I was in Sicily once. That's not the end of the anecdote.
I do like it when you launch into your travels.
Location-based anecdote.
Name dropping.
In Sicily.
There's always a pause after. I really want the location to land. So, yeah, and there was a lady there, an elderly lady, walking a cat on a lead. So I thought, I've got to take a photo of this. So very subtly, I took out my phone and kind of looked around as if I was getting, a signal, trying to find a signal. And there I am, kind of moving it about. I took the photo, but I'd accidentally left the sound still on.
Oh.
Yeah. So in the photo, I'm caught, looking straight at the camera, both by the elderly lady and the cat.
It does make for an excellent picture, though.
Oh, it's a great another one for the Instagram page.
You gonna plug it again, or?
Yeah, at Dodging Death Podcast. So I sent you the photo, Ryan. I was going to save it for you, Paul. What do you think about this?
Let's see. Is that definitely it? That doesn't look like a coconut to me.
No, it's like a de-haired coconut.
Oh,
yeah.
Because have you ever had an actual coconut?
Yes.
They're an absolute nightmare to get into.
Oh,
I don't think that's a coconut.
Paul, I saw it in the flesh.
That is not a
the very smooth flesh.
She looks absolutely destroyed as well in terms of just I
mean, she's had a hard day clearly and thought, you know what I deserve?
Yeah. I bet I'm never getting slaters on it.
I just think it's
she's
it's
on
quite
a commute home from work. And,
it looks like she may have bought
I'd
it from
kill
a
for
shop.
right now. It does.
It looks like she's got a wrapper in it,
Yeah, but she's also got a few bits in her hand. There's some water and because where would you go about buying a coconut to drink out of? But I should say it's really hard to get into.
Yeah, I think that was a coconut with a pre-strawed, because I don't think she could do that on the move.
No, maybe she can have a coconut and a screwdriver, please.
Yeah, because I'd like to have seen it if it was an actual coconut.
Yeah,
it was. No, but I don't think it was, though. It's not just a coconut fell off a tree.
Again, we're in the northwest, Ryan. We're not talking.
That's what I mean. So obviously, in the transport from the shop, the manufacturers have done something to it
to make it easier to get into.
Yeah, because otherwise she'd have been sitting on the floor of Lime Street, absolutely packing away coconuts on the floor, which would have made for a much better image than just having it from a straw.
I just think it's an extreme thing to buy in a shop.
It is. I totally agree.
You are a massive novelty fan, though.
Well, I am. I tell you this. Had I have seen the coconut, I would have bought it.
100% you would.
Yeah, there's no question that I would have bought it. So, maybe we could arrange some for the next episode.
Yeah, we should get an actual coconut and then see if we could break into it and how long.
Oh,
it
we
takes.
could do like a coconut challenge.
Yeah,
CC.
It'll be 15 minutes just whacking it against the table.
Let's make it the crazy coconut challenge.
Crazy with no. Are
you all right there, Ryan? Do you want to lie down?
Bit of water. But you lost your mind there.
Yeah, that was honestly the look of terror in your eyes that we've just seen. It was quite something.
Yeah, I actually forgot how to spell coconut. That's what happened there. So I was going to make some terrible a comment that was just completely inaccurate.
Okay. How's work been, Ryan? How's the week been?
It's been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. So well, I was really hoping there you'd have maybe a story of the week. Or something.
No, it's been fine.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one thing.
Oh, okay. I feel like this is a story you almost didn't want to tell us.
Oh, well, I very much did not want to tell, but I thought for the purpose of the podcast, it probably should go in.
Okay.
So, when I work in a relatively contained office.
Yeah.
So if you are at some point
in the business district of Liverpool, as we've discussed.
Yeah, as I bragged about before, for some reason. I don't know why I said that.
The commercial district, everybody.
In the financial sector.
Though, what is very funny is it is all like there's the solicitors and there's all official companies and then an afternoon tea business.
Well, that's official.
No, I guess. I
feel like the buskers more at home than you are there.
So,
yeah.
I work in a contained office.
Yeah.
And at a certain point in the day, you might get, I don't know, gassy.
Oh, okay.
So rather than, you've got
often when you tell these stories, Ryan, I don't know where you're leading. It's like, what is coming next in this anecdote?
A bit of decorum in this podcast.
Do we?
Well, I want to have a bit of decorum in the office anyway.
Okay. In the professional environment of the workplace.
Yeah, it's keeping it professional.
Yeah.
So rather than just let loose in the office.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh, please don't do that.
I disguise.
Do you maybe that could be like a review of a scone someone sends in. Oh, cream before jam. So you trying to hide.
Yes, I'll come up with an excuse to leave the office. Say sometimes.
Okay.
So one of my often used ones.
Do you vary excuses?
Yeah, I've got to mix it up. If I'm doing the same thing all the time. He's having a lot of tea today, Ryan. And he did go to an Indian last night. So I will often disguise it as doing a tea run. So I'm going to make
like an office tea run.
Yeah. Make around the
It seems like you're doing a good deed then as well.
Yeah.
It is. So it's an all-round good act for the whole office, really, when I think about it.
Everybody wins.
Yeah, I'm being such a fantastic person by doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, which I want credit for.
If only they knew how fantastic you were being, what you were saving them from.
So I offered the rooms anyone a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And some people said yes, foolishly not knowing what my real motives were. So then I retreat to the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Boil the kettle.
I'm guessing it's more of a kitchenette in your place.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I boil the kettle.
Yeah.
I think private surroundings. Now is the time. I've also
there has never been a more appropriate moment than right now.
The rumblings of the kettle as a further protective shield.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so I'm
Oh, you know what? I feel like you could do replacing that kettle if it's that loud.
Well, it's not a whistle, but even any your standard kettle still makes a noise.
Yeah,
it?
I guess
it rumbles.
Yeah.
So while it's doing the rumbling, I feel very confident. So I relax. I take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And
You released the Kraken.
I released the Kraken, yes. So then I'm feeling great.
Oh,
you know? It's
you've
out
never
there.
felt
It's
better.
out there. It's out there.
You're basking in it.
And then as I turn to go and get the milk,
Yeah.
to my horror,
Yeah.
I find that someone from another office has slalomed into the room and has been with me for the whole time. So it's just been standing there with me. And I just heard me let out this gigantic fart. I thought, oh my God. But in my defence, our old office...
I'm keen to see what your line of defence is here.
I feel like it's pretty indefensible. What
It
you're
is.
doing.
No,
Brace yourself, Your Honour.
So we've recently moved offices,
Yeah.
so from one corridor to the other.
Yeah.
Our last...
Remained within the financial district.
Oh, yeah. Still within the business sector.
Within earshot of busker of Met.
Unfortunately, it's not next Met. I'd be delighted to wear him all day. So in our previous kitchenette,
Yeah.
the entry to the kitchen was by a handle.
Ah.
So you always knew when someone was coming into the kitchen
Yeah,
with you,
yeah.
because you'd hear the door opening.
Yeah.
Our new kitchenette is a push pull door. So
Menace those doors.
that's why this person could sneakily come in.
Yeah.
on me.
Like Kato just appearing on you.
yeah. So that, I think, is a valid excuse as to why this embarrassing moment happened.
I'm not going to allow it to be.
No,
No.
there's that no justification.
No justification. Because I'll tell you why I'm not going to allow it. People are about to drink these teas, and the dirty particles now in the air.
Particles are in the air, aren't they?
No, it's a big kitchenette. I'm not like
It's a kitchenette. It's not big.
I'm not
By its very nature, it's small.
I'm not hovering over the cups.
So I'm not squatting into them.
No, but you but you're pointing in the direction of the milk. You just said.
No, I was pointed in the direction of the door.
Yeah.
So probably it's like I've farted at the person, really. But
You've been waiting for them to come in.
It's okay then.
Oh. Welcome to the theatre of conflict.
Like a dog, like pissing on your area.
I was marking my territory, trying to get it to go away. This is mine now.
Now, do you think? I would imagine this person had a really serious job, and they can't go in and say, "You'll never believe what just happened."
Did he laugh?
No.
I always ever not find a far funny.
Oh, it's no matter how old you are, it's gonna be.
It's
funny.
still like you've come up with the most elaborate joke ever.
Yeah.
and it's still it's not as funny as just a
it
fart.
tops all.
I work with kids, and when they fart, and like the mums are like, "Come on now, like, stop being so immature." I'm like sat in a corner, like, I'm probably giggling away to myself.
Yeah, but I turned around and then realised that this was obviously something that was very funny.
Yeah.
And then thought, I can't laugh. So I just kind of had to like walk like dead eye this woman. And I'm like,
apologise?
which is probably more concerning, really.
Oh, it is,
no,
yeah.
I just can't have looked
Because she would have thought you didn't notice.
Yeah, or that I did know and just was just entirely flippant about the whole matter.
Yeah.
I thought I do it all the time. Don't get caught in the kitchen with him.
So we are back in the studio, and next door, it seems like Spinal Tap are rehearsing. Turned up to 11. It is so loud again.
Yeah,
But
it's weird having the backing track of rock music.
it changes every time, but it's always rock.
Yeah, it's always heavy guitar stuff.
Yeah, it is. I'm still sat on the desk, and the whole thing's shaking with the bass. So shall we go for the feature again, Ryan?
Yes, I reckon so.
Paul, you weren't here for it last week, but you listened in.
Yeah.
You know the game. This is News of the Williams.
So for anyone who wasn't listening last week, News of the Williams is based on Steve's shocking lack of knowledge on current affairs.
Stephen on the show, Ryan.
I can't get used to that.
Yeah.
So can't we call you Steve?
Well, you can call me Steve, but so for the listeners' sake, in Liverpool, I'm often called Steve. Everywhere else in the world, it's Stephen. The word Steve doesn't exist.
What about Steve?
Steve is more international, but I just think it's a bit, you know.
Because you've got one Uruguayan listener, we don't have to
that's
cater to the whole world. It was you.
No.
We established that.
Well, that is true. But the issue with Steve, it's a bit, I've come to fix the pipes. You know what I'm saying? Like seedy moustache. And I don't like Steve. But
Steve's a bit like that.
Yes.
Oh,
Steve
yeah,
is.
I agree with that. Steve's like that, yeah.
Yeah. But Steve, it doesn't exist anywhere outside of Liverpool.
Steve's a little bit common. Too common for you, Steve.
Oh, too common for me. Although, one of the features we've had suggested by listener Chris Fiore was Now You Steamy.
I like that. That's
it's a good on
That's
that.
good.
Yeah.
Excellent work, Chris.
Anyway, so the aim of this game...
Yeah, so I read out 3 headlines. 2 of them are from legitimate news websites. 1 of them is from a satirical news website. And Stephen, as he now likes to be known as, has to identify which is the fake news.
Yes. So 3 news stories, 1's fake. Let's go for round 1.
Round 1.
Okay, I like to keep them themed.
Oh, you do like a theme.
Mm-hmm. So this one is animals.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Number 1. Firefighters save chubby rat trapped in manhole cover.
Okay, manhole cover is the big circular disc in the ground, isn't it?
Yes.
So they are like huge.
Does that lead down into
Yes.
the sewer?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
it could. There's also mini holes within a manhole. So it's not just like...
It's not just the outer hole.
Yeah, there's not like a rat that like... There's
Absolutely.
that, yeah,
Enormous.
like a 6 foot rat.
What they've done is have Mickey Mouse down there.
Because on the page there is a picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can see that it is a chubby rat.
Yeah.
But it's in one of the miniature.
Oh, okay. Well, I think purely based on the level of detail you've gone into there, specifically the photo, that's probably a true story. What's option B?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I knew you'd give that away straight away then.
Well, you've all got pictures though, so...
Oh, now you're trying to back out of it here.
Number 2.
Yes.
Woman spends £1,100 on plastic surgery for her cat as she thinks it's ugly.
Ooh. Okay. I didn't know cat plastic surgery existed.
It may not.
It may not. It may not. So...
It may be satire.
Well, we'll find out. What was option 3?
So number 3 is beached whale trying to hold on until sea levels rise.
Ooh. I'm just a bit sad at the third story, really.
There's also an image.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. In that case, I'm going to say B, about the cat plastic surgery, is the fake story.
Incorrect.
No.
Yeah, C is the incorrect story. That is from the Onion.
Wow.
Yeah, beached whale trying to hold on until sea levels rise.
Okay, so that's fake?
That is fake.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's fake. So tell me about B with the cat plastic surgery.
Yeah, so a woman has come under fire for branding her cat too ugly and taking it to get plastic surgery on its face.
This is the most unbelievable thing.
Yeah, so that is actually true.
Okay, well, that woman, I'm happy to say, is the worst. Let's go for round 2.
Round 2.
Okay, first one. Katie Price, what went wrong? Number 2.
Oh, is that the whole headline?
Yeah.
Oh.
We are short on time, so...
Okay, so round 1 is just Katie Price, what went wrong?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Number 2. Shirtless Spaniards take over Scarborough. And number 3.
Can we do our next episode live from Scarborough?
Shirtless. In Spanish.
Get the Uruguayan.
I am learning. Okay, and the third one?
Number 3.
Yeah.
Why are STIs on the rise among over 65s?
Oh, interestingly, I knew STIs were on the rise amongst the over 65s.
Why?
How?
Oh, I can't tell you any more information. I just know that's a thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I would guess, and you can check this. So I'm assuming that's a true story. That in the nursing homes and stuff, people are just like going at it like rabbits, and they're not thinking about protection, are they?
No.
No. You can't impregnate.
Well,
can you?
exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a good point, yeah.
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 Okay, so
you're ruling that one out.
I'm ruling that one out.
Well, yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
That is from the Telegraph.
Okay, so either shirtless Spaniards taking over Swindon,
Scarborough.
or the thing is, Katie Price, what went wrong? It's not really a news story, that is. It's
I thought it was.
I think we've
That's
all
the
seen a
news that
decline
I
in-
want. I'm criticising you for not keeping up with current affairs, and this is what I'm reading. Katie Price, what went wrong?
Oh, you see, I just think it should be Katie Price. What went wrong is X. That would have.
It's clickbait.
It is clickbait.
I want to know what went wrong just in general. Just vaguely what went wrong. It's like an exasperated tone. So, what went wrong?
I think then. I don't think the shirtless Spaniards have come en masse. So
The Armada.
I can confirm shirtless Spaniards have not taken over Scotland.
No.
That is from the Daily Mash.
no,
Yeah, so
I'm actually quite
Kate,
disappointed.
I
mate.
know, what a shame.
Katie Price, what went wrong is a genuine news article.
Well, have a quick perusal. What's the gist of what went wrong with Katie Price?
I don't think you can sum this up in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, you know
to
what?
be
I do
honest.
not think we have the time, do we, to go into just how
what-
much
what
went
went
wrong.
with Katie Price.
The extent of it. You know what? I've also got an idea for the feature next week, in which we are going to have Ryan attempt to beat a world record.
oh,
Yeah.
this is exciting.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah.
I won't tell you what the world record's going to be, but I thought we could call it Williams World Records.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
it's going back to the alliteration.
It is.
slightly, isn't it?
It is. So I'm giving a little teaser for the next episode. There.
There was one more round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I do
I
like.
interjected a bit soon. There.
Yeah. I do like to use this as a way of keeping you up to date on your politics. Obviously, those stories had no resemblance on the.
No, none.
None. So, but there was no funny satirical news stories about politics.
It's been very rough these past few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's
Past
just
kind
been
of 2 years, really.
yeah, where it's been like, this is the satire sites have had a hard time keeping up with the actual news.
yeah, true. Yeah.
So I thought instead what we do is I'd ask you a couple of quick-fire questions to see if you have actually been keeping up with the news.
Okay.
So the first one.
Yeah. And is this a true or false?
No. It's an actual thing that's happened.
Yeah.
And you just need to give me the answer. It's multiple choice. So,
Okay.
So it makes it easy for you.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
So number one.
Yes.
So I don't know if you read the story about the Independent Party.
I did.
Yes, split away from Labour to form their own party.
Uh-huh.
But they went on a team bonding trip
Oh.
to commemorate this new party.
Because what we need in this time is for them to be going paintballing. Don't be making any firm plans on the few weeks we have left. Let's have a lovely time.
Yeah, it was a very embarrassing stunt to try and connect with them with the common people.
Of course, yeah.
So they went for an.
It's like when Cameron tried to connect with the common man and had a hot dog with a knife and fork.
Who was it who said hug a hoodie?
What?
Was that Anne Widdecombe?
potentially.
Oh, I don't
should
remember
know
this.
any Anne Widdecombe based material.
Yeah, you should know.
She was a politician, wasn't she?
Yeah.
That was the Conservative.
Yeah, she was a Tory.
That was the Conservative policy to
Oh,
tackle youth crime. hug a hoodie.
Loitering around street corners, open arms.
Come here.
Keeping in with the politicians.
Yeah.
Trying to connect to the general public.
Yeah.
Politicians' pay went up today, didn't it? Above the rate of inflation or whatever it is.
Oh, did it? I've not.
So I think they're now on £78,000 a year.
Oh my god.
The politician is
Oh god.
around that. So
Yeah.
couple of pence short to stay.
Okay, so they went team bonding.
Yeah, and so they went to connect with the common people.
Yeah.
They went to a chain restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of those very try hard.
Yeah,
moves.
absolutely. Yeah.
But my question to you is, which chain
Oh
restaurant
god,
did
this
they
is
eat
good.
out at?
Okay, so if I was to, I'm assuming my initial thought actually was Nando's. I don't think it's that because I feel it's a bit too sit down meal. I think they've gone to like a fast food place. I would stab in the dark and say McDonald's.
Okay, I have got multiple choices.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
if you'd like me to run through the options.
You know what? Just because it could be very embarrassing otherwise. Let's run through the options.
Option A
Yeah.
is Nando's.
Oh no.
Option B is Oaxaca.
Okay.
Option C is Yo Sushi. So
Ooh.
it is not McDonald's.
It's not McDonald's.
Yeah. I
Oh.
thought I'd help you out there.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Could you just pronounce B again?
Oaxaca. there's a going on, isn't there?
Oh, the Spaniards will be getting very excited outside. Okay, I think. Oh, you know what? I might have to go with Nando's purely because that was my first initial thought. So I guess it would make sense to stick with it, actually.
Yep.
So, unless it's so typical that it would backfire and they'd go to Yo Sushi and it'd just be like, just them in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was Yo Sushi, but I'm gonna say Nando's.
You are correct.
Oh, yes!
Well, it was a very diplomatic answer, that. It was good, but you went for your gut and that was the right move.
Oh, yes.
My second and final question.
Okay.
So,
Producer Paul, did you know that?
No, I wouldn't have got that. I've read about the Independent Party.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have got that.
You wouldn't have got
yeah,
that.
it was the important thing, really, that I focused on. And where did they go on their cringy team bonding out? And
To be fair, they've got absolutely no policies whatsoever. So
Yeah,
I imagine that is
yeah.
the most interesting thing about them so far.
the one thing that they did that they were totally based on was the second referendum,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And now Labour have backed that up.
What can we possibly say now?
Can we go back? No, I think we've burnt the bridges.
Anti-Semitism, you say?
Okay, so round 2.
So, yeah, a recent news story is one Tommy Robinson
Yeah.
has been banned from social media, but actually by Facebook.
Oh, Facebook themselves? have
Yeah,
banned-
yeah,
oh, okay.
they have
And Instagram.
And
isn't it,
Instagram,
as well,
yeah.
Oh, double whammy.
yeah, they've both banned them.
Okay.
But I don't know if you know this.
Instagram, guys, technically owned by Facebook, so
Oh.
you know, falls into the bucket.
We're asking you the questions here. But Tommy Robinson
Yep.
is not his real name.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe
Is this a stage name he's chosen?
it's a stage,
It's a stage name.
Yeah, and there's a reason for this.
Yeah, so he's a Luton football fan.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's Luton. So, and he's named himself after the most iconic Luton football hooligan. That's what he's named. That's what he's changed his name
which
to.
sums up the caliber of Tommy Robinson.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's what he chose his name after.
Wow.
Because he was his idol.
His real name is actually, he shares a name with you.
Oh,
So-
with me?
Yeah, so his first name is Stephen.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And he's got a double-barreled surname.
Ooh.
Which is a lot more. I feel he wanted to go away from the double barrel, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Anyway, with the kind of people he's trying to appeal to.
yeah.
He's,
Yeah.
He's want to appear pompous. But my question to you is, what is his real full name?
Ooh. Okay. So Stephen Bum Bum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming that's not it.
A, is it Stephen Bum Bum?
Yeah.
B, Stephen Yaxley Lennon.
Oh. Okay.
C, Stephen Harding Rolls.
Yeah.
Or is it D, Stephen Fascist Arsehole?
Oh, I hope it's D.
D is correct.
So, okay, give me B and C again.
So B was Stephen Yaxley Lennon,
Yeah.
and C was Stephen Harding Rolls.
Okay. Oh, what a shame it's not D. That's such a shame.
D is the most accurate.
Yeah, and he shall ever be referred to that on this show. I'm going to have to just take a stab in the dark, I think. I'm going to say it's not like the Hardy Rolls one, it's the other, it's B.
Oh, you've got two
well
out. You've
done.
got them all right.
Oh,
Well
yes.
done. Yeah. Stephen Yaxley Lennon is his real name.
Oh, this is my game, this. I've waited 24 years to find my game.
Something that you can win at.
Yeah.
Other than magic.
You did think pool was going to be your game for a while, didn't
Yeah, I did. Recently, actually, I've thought ping pong could be my game. Yeah.
I feel I've seen you play ping pong.
Yeah?
I don't think it's your game.
Not a challenge.
That was biting. That one.
It was.
Sorry, yeah, that was
It
quite
was.
cut, and I apologise. Yeah,
Oh, God.
it's not. It's also not.
I'd
my
hate
game.
to think what my name would be if you were to play that game with somebody else.
That was as nasty as your WhatsApp message to
I
me
know.
before.
That was quite nasty.
You went
Sorry,
dead snotty.
I take that back. You're a fantastic ping pong player.
I feel like there's some falseness going on now. I actually, maybe I've grown into it.
I feel like it was a while ago that we played.
Oh, years.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere we could actually arrange?
There's a place in town where you can play ping pong and pool and beer pong as well.
Yeah.
But you know where it is? By Liverpool One. It's
Yeah,
a bar.
it's by Oaxaca.
What's it called?
Roxy's.
Roxy's, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Genuinely, should we do it?
Yeah.
We could record a live podcast from there.
Oh, I feel like it'd
my-
be hard to hold the mic as well as the as well as the bath.
We'll see how good Steve is. Stephen, sorry.
The levels will be all over the place. I struggle to sit in a seat.
Right, I've just seen the time. We should probably
I was
wrap
going
this
to
up,
say,
fellas.
do you want to make sure it saves? Like, have you got to save it, or does it save automatically?
Oh, just a bit of admin talk from you there, Paul.
Apologies, I didn't want to have wasted 2 hours of my life.
That's true. Yes, so you'll be pleased to hear it has automatically saved. But before we go, we do have a couple more minutes. We thought we'd end the episodes with like a fact we've learned this week or something we've discovered. For instance, one thing that I found out this week, you know the orchid, the killer whale in Free Willy?
Yeah.
Oh, actually fake.
What?
Yeah, this is like, it's a bombshell to me. It was animatronic the whole time.
Ah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I didn't believe her either.
Yeah.
But producer Paul is now Googling it.
I have not watched Free Willy for ages.
I mean,
though, so
yeah.
like the effects mightn't have
I
helped.
feel like
You might look back
looking
and go,
back,
"Oh."
how were we fooled by this?
God, I don't sympathise with this
it's
whale
not
at all.
It's not an orchid, it's an orca.
I thought an orchid's a flower.
Oh god, yeah, it is an orca. Oh,
Yeah, I know it was as soon as you said it. But then I said orchid.
Yeah, I wasn't confident enough to question about.
I knew it was,
No.
but then I thought maybe orchid is like singular and orca is
Oh
plural.
yeah, like the collective term.
But it's not. Is it not? Is it a school of orcas? Is that what a collective?
It's a school of fish.
school of fish, so maybe.
Yeah,
but-
I don't know if the orchid has a specific collective noun. To be honest,
Are we clearing up that Steve's fact is wrong? As well?
Is it wrong?
Well, yeah, because the whale star of Free Willy dies after return to the wild. It was called Kikiko.
Yeah, okay, you say this. No, without trying to, like, justify my fact. You know, in the majority of the film, it's a fake whale. For instance, the moment when he, like, strokes his tongue.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to have a real whale do that.
You can train them, though.
But they never...
CNC whales.
Yeah, but they used a fake one.
an extension on that fact. Did you know the
I noticed you're, like, just disregarding my fact.
Because it's completely inaccurate. I was brought in to
fact check?
yeah,
to debunk these
do this.
things.
Yeah, you're now going to be saying that they used the real T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Honestly, should have won an Oscar, that fella.
Okay, well, unfortunately, because the fact wasn't true, I feel like this, like, fact ending that we've got to the show now is ruined.
Oh, it kind of is. I mean, do you want me to salvage?
Feel free.
But I can salvage. Well, it is a fact. It's more of a discovery, though.
Okay.
Do you know the Rachel Stevens song, "Sweet Dreams, My LAX"?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I think it's an early noughties classic. Well, I discovered this week that song is not about air travel. It's about X from LA.
No.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
thought
God.
it was just about airports, but no, it's about a relationship.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
not as big a bombshell as it being an animatronic whale.
But the fantastic wordplay from Rachel Stevens.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I mean,
It
fair.
is.
All
She needs to be commended for that.
credit to her there. That is lovely stuff. I was so impressed.
It's up there with the Raven, there, isn't it? Okay, so we should let's keep in like ending the show on a fact, but perhaps I should do more research beforehand.
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
A very basic Google.
I mean, it took Paul seconds.
Yeah, I think that was toppling stuff. That.
I also found out that a group of whales is a pod,
Oh, a pod of
a
whales.
school, or a gam.
Oh.
I don't think a gam.
No. Well, all right, everybody.
Sweet Dreams, My LAX.
Give us a follow at Dodging Death Podcast. Paul, good to have you back.
Thank you. Nice to be back. Hopefully
Right.
you keep me for longer than a week this time.
Well, don't go on any like fancy
Romantic
trips
getaways,
without
yeah.
telling us. Any romantic getaways should include me and Ryan.
Yeah, we can only add to the experience.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
You never plugged the email address.
Oh, that's true. Thanks, Paul. So, what I enjoy about that was a bit of like an off mic note to me have done there, which we'll keep. Yes, so it's at Dodging Death Podcast on Instagram. The email address is hi, isn't it, or hello?
Hi or hello.
We need to pick one.
Yeah, let's choose one. Hi's shorter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, hi at dodgingdeathpodcast.com. Let us know your feature ideas, or, if you find out any more Rachel Stevens facts you want to let us know.
Oh, yeah, I'd be delighted to know anyway.
Ryan will be thrilled
Yeah.
with it.
Any more Rachel Stevens wordplay?
Yeah.
That's what I'm in this for. See what's going on up there.
Right. See you next week, everybody. And the whale was a robot.
Follow us on Instagram at Dodging Death Podcast.